Welcome to Leave Strong Divorce Coaching. My name is Laura McGee. Today we're talking about the contemplation stage of divorce. Now, are you at the stage where you've pretty much decided emotionally that you're ready for a divorce, and now you're ready to consider, is the grass really greener? How do you do that? How do you decide what your life would look like on the other side of divorce? Let's talk about that. There's four categories essentially that I want you to turn your mind to when you're starting to consider, really, will life be better for you after your divorce? This is really the business of divorce we're going to talk about today. The first category is financial. Do you know your entire financial profile? Because if you don't, you need to do your research. You're the only one that can really dig up this information. It's in your control to do this. What are your family assets? What do you own? What do you owe on what you own? Do you have pensions? Where are they located? What about your credit cards? What about student loans? What about inheritances? You need to know your entire financial profile, including maybe some of the aspects that don't belong to the community, that could be separate property and something that you might end up in conflict over. Get the complete profile, not just a piece of it. This is going to save you a lot of conflict, a lot of time, and a lot of money. Secondly, have you even begun to consider what the costs are going to be after divorce to set your family up in two homes? Are you going to need to move school districts? Are you going to need extra daycare? Maybe you need a nanny to flow between the homes. What are some of the unique and financial consequences that you're going to have to live with after divorce? Can your family afford to stay in the same neighborhood? Where's the income going to be coming from, and how is it going to flow out? How are you going to manage? So don't just imagine your best case scenario, imagine all the possible scenarios. Really, what is it going to cost? Set your family up in two separate homes so that you can move forward with your own lives after divorce. The third category that I recommend you think about is, what about the children? Are you capable of negotiating a child-caring and a co-parenting plan that's going to work for everyone? Are you going to be able to keep the children's best interests in mind? And what are they? Do you have special needs children? Are your children doing extracurricular activities? Do you have expectations they would go to college? Do you already have parenting conflict and different parenting styles? That's problematic. How are you going to deal with that? What's the timeshare going to look like? What about transportation and movement of the children? There's a lot of considerations, and this is an area ripe with conflict. Don't just think through your plan. Think through the plans that you might end up with, or what you might have to settle for, and definitely think about your children and what are their really the best needs of your children. And finally, but not unimportantly, what about you? Really, this is a stressful process. Very few people make it through divorce without loss of sleep, depression, medication. This is a problematic time. It's going to take its toll on your health, particularly things devolve into conflict. What about you? Can you accelerate this process? Is there something you can do to begin your healing now? Something you can do to help yourself to really trust your capacity to love again? All of this is going to have an enormous impact on your ability to co-parent and truly thrive after divorce. These are the considerations, at least the topics and areas and categories that you need to consider. It's impossible for me to take you through every question that you need to ask for your unique situation in such a few moments of time. But I hope this has given you a few ideas and categories of concerns. And if you want to work through your unique situation, your particular plan, and make sure that you've asked yourself all the questions that you need to ask to really start to think about, is the grass really greener? And what will my life look like after divorce? Join me here. My name is Laura McGee, and you're with Leave Strong Divorce Coaching.